Hi to all my favorite book girlies, welcome to or back to my channel. I figured today we could talk about some of my favorite audiobooks and I could give you guys some recommendations because I love me an audiobook. They get me through, especially with school. Like, it's an easy way to find time to read in a way. So I'm a little picky though. I do not like audiobooks unless they are duet narration. I cannot sit there and listen to like a normal narration. I don't know what that style is called. I definitely do know, but like I can't think of it right now. But like I can't listen to a girl, let's say that it's like a girl's POV and the girl's talking and they're having a conversation, the girl and the guy, and the girl's like, I love you so much, I love you too. No, I can't listen to a girl be making a man's voice. Like, I can't do it. Same with the guy. When the guy's doing the girl's voice, I think that might even be worse. It's just terrible. So I'm only listening to duet narration. For those who don't know, that's where there's two narrators, and if you're in the girl's POV and the girl's talking, it's gonna be the girl narrator. That was a weird way to say it, the girl narrator. And then the guy narrator is gonna come into the POV and say his part. It's not gonna be a girl doing a man voice. Like, it's just so much better. I feel like that was a really complicated way to explain it, but like you get what I'm saying. So anyway, I have 3 different categories. We're gonna do romance, dark romance, and fantasy books. I think fantasy I have the most, but starting off with romance, I honestly haven't listened to a lot of romance books. I don't feel like on audio. I mostly listen to fantasy books because I feel like fantasy books are sometimes a little hard to get into, so listening to them on audio just makes it easier to get into them sometimes. Starting off with romance, I have, by the way, my list here, but romance, one of my favorite audiobooks is Kings of Sin, or the Kings of Sin series by Anna Hong. I have not listened to all of them or read all of them, but the first 3 I listened to on audio and I loved them, especially King of Greed. The very first one was Chef's Kiss. Oh my gosh, I loved that one. Next is Nightshade by Autumn Woods. Oh my gosh, I love this book. It is the first book in a duology and the second book isn't out yet, but it comes out very soon. I want to say May, maybe April. I don't really know, but I want to say it might not even be in one of those months. Actually, let me look it up. Let me not lie to you. I actually don't know. Oh, July. So yeah, I lied to your face. Anyway, well, that's okay. But Nightshade, it is like a romance book, but it has that dark academia like feeling, and there's so much more going on than just romance, but it's a romance book at the end of the day. Like, that's the main plot, but there's subplots going on that are really interesting. I feel like this is a book that's fun to go in blind because I had no idea what I was getting into, but the audiobook is so good because there's other characters and there's so many different accents going on, and yeah, it's a really fun time. Definitely recommend that on audio, and especially read it because the new one's coming out very soon. And my last romance book, which you could argue this is a fantasy book, but it's always in the romance section, so I'm saying romance. And that is Mate by Ellie Hazelwood. Listen, that is a werewolf romance, and if you would have told me that I would have liked that, I would have thought you were crazy. I would have laughed at you because the fact, like, I didn't think I was gonna enjoy a werewolf romance, okay? I didn't think that was gonna be for me, but I rated that book 5 stars, and I actually stayed up till 5 a.m. reading that book. But I did read and listen to it, and the audiobook is so good. Now, May is technically, well, let me rephrase. There's Bride by Ellie Hazelwood and Mate. They're not technically like a series or a duology or anything like that, but they are in the same universe, and they follow characters you see in both stories. Bride came first, then Mate. I didn't listen to Bride, so I couldn't tell you if that one's good, but if we're basing it off the Mate audiobook, I'd say it's probably good too. So maybe do them both. But I absolutely loved that book. So those are my 3 romance book recommendations. So now let's get into dark romance. First dark romance book I have to recommend to you on audio is the entire Legacy of Gods series. I absolutely love this series, and I know all of them are duet narration. I didn't listen to all of these, but I did listen to one of them. I don't remember which one, but I know they're all duet and I've heard great things about them. So I'm gonna recommend all of them to you. God of Malice, I rated 4.25 stars. And then God of Pain, I rated also 4.25, but low-key, I would up that. God of Pain's like one of my favorite Rena Kemp books, so I don't know why I rated that. Like, not that that's low, but I would rate it higher now, probably. Now, God of Wrath, I really hated. I rated that 1 star, so. Now, that's an unpopular opinion, though, so do with that what you will. Maybe still read it. I just didn't like it personally, so yeah. God of Ruin, I rated 4.5, also one of my favorites. God of Fury, I rated 5 stars, and also I rated God of War 5 stars. So sorry if I was looking down. I was looking at my Goodreads because I couldn't remember them all off the top of my head. Next recommendation is Lights Out by Nevessa Allen. This is one of those books that I actually think listening to it on audio made it so much better. I don't think I would have even rated it as high as I did had I not listened to it on audio, because the narrators were just so good, and it is a dark romance, but it's funny. Like, it's gonna make you laugh. So yeah, it was a really good time. He's like a stalker, but it's really hilarious. So yeah, that's my next one. And then Butcher and Blackbird is another one that I don't think I would have rated as high had I not listened to it on audio, because the narrators were so good and they made it like suspenseful a little bit, but also like funny and good. Like, it's funny. It was a funny book. And yeah, so those are my dark romance recommendations. Now to fantasy. Oh, I didn't tell you. Oh, another dark romance recommendation. I can't believe I almost forgot this. Is the Edge of Darkness trilogy. So I don't think that they're technically, or yes they are. I just lied to you. One of the other ways I'll listen to an audio or audiobook is duet narration and full cast, which is one of my favorite ways to listen to audiobooks. And the Edge of Darkness trilogy is a full cast, so like everyone has a different narrator, so it's so freaking good. It's, oh, I can't believe I almost forgot to tell you guys to read that, but yeah, definitely listen to that. Cade and Stacy's story is literally, that's one of my favorite dark romance books I've ever read. So yes, definitely listen to that one. Now to fantasy. So the first 2 books I have to recommend are very obvious, very popular, but I'm recommending them first because you can listen to both of them as graphic audio full cast narration, and that is all of the ACOTAR books and the Fourth Wing Empyrean series. All of those have, like, you can listen to them normal as well, but they do have graphic audio full cast narration, and it's so good. Like, the way that the graphic audios have like sound effects in the background and like all kinds of stuff. So it's really, really good, and I really recommend listening to those. Even if you've already read them, the audiobooks are just really good, and I would listen to them even if you already read them. So, okay. Next fantasy series I have, which this series is not done, and the newest one just came out, but it's the Bloodwing Academy series. Oh my gosh, it's not full cast, but there are like more narrators come in as the series goes. So like the second book, I don't know how many the first book had, but I know the second book had 3 narrators, and then the newest one that just came out had 4 narrators. So I feel like it's kind of starting to get full cast, but not entirely. So that series so far is so good, and it just keeps getting better as the books go on. I have a full reading vlog on the newest book, so if you want to know a little bit more about that, go watch that. So anyway, then also one of my favorite fantasy books I read last year, which is Direbound. That audio is so good. Like, oh. And Direbound is also one of those that I did struggle to get into in the very beginning, because it's not a slow start, but like, it's just, there's just a lot kind of happening in the beginning, and the audiobook got me like sucked in. Like, I was immediately into the story, and yeah, I definitely recommend that one. And also there's like Direwolves, which is so fun. I was immediately into that simply because it was giving me Game of Thrones vibes, and also the male main character's name is Stark, so it was giving Game of Thrones, and I was there. And the next one I have to recommend is Quicksilver. obviously. I feel like everyone knows the Quicksilver audiobook simply because like TikTok has the sounds everywhere, but it's so good. I have not read Brimstone yet, so I really need to do that. But I have the audiobook downloaded, so I'm probably gonna listen to it. And last recommendation I haven't listened to myself, so this is kind of like a hit or miss possibly, but I'm gonna recommend the Gods and Monsters series because I listened to the audiobooks regular style and they were good. They were okay. They weren't duet narration, so I wasn't the biggest fan. However, now they're coming out with dramatized full cast graphic audios for them. So I know that Book of Azrael is done. It has a part 1 and part 2 audio. I can't remember the name of the second one. But I don't think any of them have come out besides the first one. So I think they're slowly getting released. But I absolutely love that book, and it was another one that I did struggle to get into in the beginning because there's so much world building going on. So if you listen to the audiobook, it would probably help a lot, but I would definitely recommend listening to the dramatized one. Like I might even though I've already read it, I might go listen to it. So yeah, those are all of the audiobook recommendations I have. If you guys have any recommendations for me, I will absolutely take them. Just know I'm not listening to it unless it's duet narration. But if you have anything for me, I definitely will listen because I love me a good audiobook. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy and I hope you got some good recommendations and I love you so much. Bye!